AVAX absolutely pushing higher, ripping. Kaspa breaking to new all-time highs. Bitcoin, is it setting up with a little bit of a bearish divergence? Are we within a rising, broadening wedge? Is that in addition to the bearish divergences? Is this a signal that things might be cooling off, or are we going to be pushing higher? Everybody, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. We are going to be ripping into some charts today. Hope everybody's feeling good. Throw a 1 in chat if you're grateful this morning. If not, if being here has made you grateful, throw a 2. Big love to each and every one of you. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get this ripping, baby. Got all these members in the house, BitLab members. I see you here on the YouTube. You got the beaker next to your name. If anybody wants to become a member, the link is directly below in the description. Shout out to everybody here. Let me see those emojis. Let me see that positivity. Let me see those vibes. We got Donato Cabrera, objectively real, reality, objectively. How you doing? Shake and Bake. David Yancek, Kate Pulliam, Crimson Caravan Company, Alexandra G. The true G here, that's who she is. Faden Tradfi, how you doing? Bit Voodoo, man, we got all the OGs in the house. Big shout out, big love to each and every one of you. Shake and Bake and I helped. I see we also got Justin Eubanks, C90 for the win. Zendo Gaming, good morning. How you doing? Alter Ego, how you doing? Feeling good today? Markets are just feel like they're waking up in a real way. Does this mean we just need to watch the coins just push higher and higher and higher and just get left behind? Should we be watching for some pullbacks? In fact, we should be doing a little bit of both. I don't know why I just spoke so high there, but I did. I'm gonna go ahead and change this countdown clock a little ahead. There we go, about 3 minutes. And we're going to be getting going here in just a moment. So everybody, throw those emojis in chat. Let's get positive. Let's make this chat fly. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Ding the bell. I'm going to go pee on some toilet water, and I'll be right back. I see we got Tig Old Biddies in the house. How you doing? Beta Bot, how you doing? It says sell, sell, sell. Let me see with your emojis. What do you think the market is setting up for? Is it a buy? Is it a sell? Broadly. What specific coins are you looking at? Which ones do you think have not moved yet and are about to? Let me know what you see. Let me know what you're feeling, baby. I want everybody right now just to show a little bit of love and appreciation to Alexandra G, always doing so much in the back end here, helping us doing time codes, helping with some stuff in the Discord, helping keep this positive and moving forward as a community. Big love to you, Alexandra G. I see you. I appreciate you. Also, a special shout out to Alex Green, another one of our staff members, always adding so much value in the back end. A lot of stuff that you guys don't see has to happen, with stuff with courses, with stuff integrating into the back end course management thing, to Discord, I mean, there's so much that goes on beyond just streaming here for an hour. So big love to each and every one of you. I see Sacco Hunt says, Alexandra, the great, the best mod. That's right. Xandro Gaming, how you doing? Yes, yes, yes. Now, everybody, we got 43 people in the house. I want to see 43 likes. Let's get one for one before we go live. We're going live here in just a moment, everybody. What's up, everybody? It's time to get this cooking. Let's turn on the light. Bang. There it is. Big love to everybody. Happy morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to the BitLab Academy daily stream. My name is Kellam. Welcome to the show. Hope you're all feeling good. Markets are kind of opening up. We're seeing a little bit of that capital flow that I talked about yesterday. Bitcoin pumps and Ethereum, and then we start seeing the top cap altcoins, and then we're seeing some other things just pump and rip. Avalanche just had some really great news come out. We're going to be talking about that with the partnership with JP Morgan. What does that mean for the crypto space? It's not just a partnership with a big bank. In fact, it's showing a public shift in narrative of how the traditional world is starting to realize they have to embrace this evolution, this revolution in technology, because there's nothing in the traditional finance system that can even compete with blockchain and crypto. So let's talk about that. Let's also talk about Kaspa absolutely ripping. I don't know what just happened there. My entire screen just, there we go. Kaspa absolutely ripping. Bitcoin stalling out a little bit. Yes, we saw a pump, but did it change anything in reality? I don't know. The charts are going to tell us a story. So every one of you in the house right now, do me the solid, the beautiful favor of hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button, dinging the bell, and let's get this going. Before we really dive into it, make sure you head over to my page right here at Kellam. Give me a follow. Always keeping you up to date. Make sure you're following. By the way, the spelling is right there next to my name, Keloy, Kellam. Make sure you're also checking out the BitLab Academy Twitter page right here, at Academy BitLab, as you can see spelled right here, at Academy BitLab. Make sure you're giving that a follow. Hit that retweet, hit the like button, and we got some stuff to talk about. Bitcoin, yeah, it pushed higher. Absolutely. Can't say it didn't. But did it change any structure? Okay, we got these candles that pushed higher than this. But if we really zoom in on this, I just want you to notice something. If we really zoom in on this, all we did was, with this wick here and these highs right here, all we did was form a double top currently. Doesn't mean we can't push higher. Doesn't mean we're going to break down, but we have to pay attention to the context of the charts and how they change every moment of every day and what new signals are presenting to us. Now, I just want to say right now, sophisticated dirtbag fly fishing says, yo, froyo, how's that? How you doing, my friend? And I want every member that's in the house right now, every one of you BitLab members with the green names, with the BitLab beaker badges next to your name, I want to see every single one of you drop an emoji from the BitLab members emojis in the chat right now. What are you doing? What are you feeling? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you buying? Are you selling? Are you a lab rat? Are you a chicken? Let me know there in the comments. And if you're watching any later point, you can drop your comments down below the video. If you're watching anywhere else, though, I would also say, make sure that you do head over to the BitLab Academy page. I'm trying to get back to it right now. Make sure you head over to the BitLab Academy YouTube page right here, youtube.com/at BitLab Academy, or you can just search BitLab Academy up here in the search area. You can check things out. And if you haven't yet, make sure you check out, for instance, like this Pro TradingView guide, walk you through how to set up TradingView. This talk right here with Dr. Jeff Ross, hedge fund manager, also brilliant mind, talks about what the ETF money may mean for Bitcoin. We also have the #1 crypto mistake right here from Mark Yusko. Excellent interview. We had this incredible interview we did this last week. We came out on this last Saturday with The Rational Root. This was an absolute killer interview breaking down what's different about this next cycle and why Bitcoin is likely going to see ever-changing effects into the future, as we've seen a seismic shift in available supply post third halving, the last halving. So dive into these things. Get to know what's going on in the market. Get to know the broader scales of things. And we're going to continue on this stream right now. How many people we got in the room? We got 63 people in the room currently. I know a lot more people are going to flow in. So everybody hit that like button on your way in. Look down below the video. If it doesn't say subscribed, what are you doing? You're here. You're getting good content. Join us in this community. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. Shout out Alexander G, gifting 5 subs. Thank you so much for that. I also see Kingston Crows in the house. How you doing? It's nice to see you back. Xandro Gaming, you got a membership. Jason Irish, what's up? You got a membership. Marco Shin, you got a membership. Lemonade got a membership, and so did Anna Strong, 355. Big love to each and every one of you. Now, Tickle Bitties. I love that name. It makes me laugh every time I say it. Now, all you new members, all those ones that just joined, check out those emojis. Drop the emoji you like the best. We got some more emojis coming. In fact, let me see right now. Do you guys, let me ask each and every one of you that's here right now, do you want a Mr. Burns emoji, which is we can utilize as a Gary Gensler face because it looks just like Gary Gensler? Or do you want something like a Cardano coin or, a different coin project as the actual emoji? Let me know your thoughts and we can check that out. I think we might have hit the threshold. So big love to each and every one of you. Shout out Matt C. I see you in the house, one of the longtime friends and supporters. Jeanette got the Bitcoin, the lab rat, the Bitcoin, Beaker. How you doing? All right, now let's go ahead and talk about these markets. Bitcoin pushing up. Yes, it feels so good. It feels so good to be pushing higher. So look at this. I mean, this feels so incredible. After all of this nonsense, it was just like you know what I was about to say. But this is that area. This is that area right here that we broke down from. We also found some resistance here several times. We also found resistance here several times. We finally broke through it. But remember, we talked about this yesterday. If we kind of zip out of this really quick. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Excelente. We can see this line right here. I don't know how this turned back to a dotted line because I made it very bright yesterday. Let's make this a blue line. We're going to make this a solid. There we go. Now we can really see it. Very critical line because we have a lot of support here. We have a lot of where we lost this support. We've had a lot of resistance in this zone. And this, interestingly, is chopping directly through where we have this rising broadening wedge. Now, this doesn't mean rising broadening wedges typically break to the downside. It doesn't mean it has to. Right now, the market is very exuberant, is very bullish. In fact, I'm so gosh darn bullish. However, we have to take things one step at a time because this is a time in the market before the halving when market makers and smart money and institutions know we're exuberant. And there's so much on the horizon right now with the ETFs and with institutions, all the things I talk about on a daily basis. Sometimes you might hear me repeat stuff, and that's because a lot of times there's people in here that have never watched the stream, and we have to make sure everybody's in the know. But we are in the most exciting time in history for Bitcoin with all these things right on the horizon, coming right up into the Bitcoin halving, which typically marks the start of the most bullish portion of Bitcoin's life cycle. Those market cycles post-halving are explosive. And so we have to realize that things can get a little bit irrational right now and throw the traditional TA out the window. It doesn't mean that we throw it out of our strategy toolbox. No, we still utilize it with the caveat of understanding that it may not go exactly as planned. So we have this very bullish impulses to the upside. We have a rising broadening wedge now. Rising broadening wedges typically break to the downside. However, we also have this massive trend line that we can see goes all the way back. I don't need to go all the way back there, but all the way back to January of this year, the end of last year, December, when we truly started pushing higher. Now, interestingly, look at this broadening wedge. Yes, we have a broadening wedge, but we also have this determinable sort of macro trend line that we are finding resistance on. And then we pushed higher, found support a little bit, and then broke below it. Now we're back above it. It's the narrative that we're seeing. We are seeing the battle between the bulls and the bears. And as we sit right now, yes, we push back above it. And look at this. We dumped right down to that trend line. I didn't redraw this trend line. I didn't change anything. No, I'm looking at where the market said there's price memory. And for some reason, whatever reason that is, it probably has to do with psychology, nature, and whether or not maybe we're living in a simulation. Who knows? But we just know that these diagonal trend lines based on previous price action tend to have a good hit rate of being support or resistance. So looking at this, and I marked this out, I shared it in the BitLab Discord, and there's a free section in there too. I shared this in the free section that we do have bearish divergence on RSI, stochastics, and momentum. We can see all of these right here. I could draw 3 different lines, but there are 3 different divergences here: the momentum, the stochastics, and we see the price pushing higher while these data signals have lower highs. Bearish divergence. So we have bearish divergences in the midst also of having a bearish broadening wedge pattern. Now, don't get yourself caught in a trap just because the price pushes $4 above one of these support and resistance lines. It's more likely than not that it will flush out liquidity in both directions. So we just want to pay attention to that. Now, as we're looking at this, we're looking at the daily chart. We see the money flow is positive, but we're getting, it's not like it's a huge, it's not like it's a huge amount of money flow that's positive. And we also see the momentum waves, is these white lines, the white and green lines here, and then how it gets lower. And we see the orange lines, stochastics, getting lower. We see the RSI having lower highs. Price is pushing higher. This is that level. This is that level that I'm watching, 38,788. Let's call it 38.8. Okay? Now, right above this, we also have this order block right here. So it wouldn't be surprising to me if we do push up, fake some people out up into this $39,000 range, only to come back down. Doesn't mean it has to happen, but I'm just saying we have to be careful right now. We don't want to trade our capital away to people that are more patient, because people that are more patient in these markets have those big boats, have that second home, have the vacations that go on throughout the year. So if you're not patient, all you're going to do is fund their lifestyle. Remember that. So let's go ahead and zip in here. Let's look at the 1 hour. Let's get down nitty gritty. Let's get down to business. Now, I want you to notice something here. We have this level above us. Yes, we have this 38, which is basically right here. This is basically confluently in line roughly with where this rising resistance level is. Okay. And right about here is also where this larger trend line is. Now, again, what is this trend line? We know what this trend line is. This trend line is this trend line that goes all the way back really to here, August 2022. Support, resistance, 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 support, support, resistance. What will it be when we come into it this time? Now we have 2 levels. This shorter time frame resistance level and this macro time frame resistance level coming into this zone. We just need to be aware of it, is all my point is. Now looking here on the 1 hour, well, you notice we had a pretty large bearish divergence here, printed right here. See this? And what we get, we got the drop. But what we can also see is that we see the stochastics got quite low, got down to 20%. They're starting to push up, but the RSI, you can see here, the RSI is angled a little bit to the downside. We want to watch what happens in this region. If this does break down, we want to watch what happens at this 30. I'm looking over here on the right for the exact price, 35.5 essentially, 35.6, 35.5. If we lose that, then we want to see what kind of follow through it has. If it's a fake out to the downside, comes up, comes back in, or if the price action breaks down, comes up, tests this, flips this to previous support to resistance, and then continues to the downside. That's what we want to watch for. If we do lose this area and the price just goes, then I'm watching for it. If it doesn't have any retest, I'm watching for it to break this level right here, which is the 34,143. That's what I'm seeing right now. But we got to go through some things. We have some things we got to cover. We got 105 people in the room right now. Only less than half of you had your mothers raise your right. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join us. It's the best way to keep this channel going. I'm here with you on a daily basis, breaking down what I'm seeing using my years of experience trying to help you not lose money in this market. So hit that like button. It's the easiest way you can push crypto forward. Now, I want to talk about a couple things. I don't know. Can't remember if I have my, yeah. Okay. So no, it's this right here. Avalanche. Why did it push up so high? We're about to do some TA on Avalanche. One of my favorite projects in the space as an alternative to Ethereum, a different token, different project, different protocol you can invest in that is a layer 1. It's also EVM compatible. What is that? Ethereum virtual machine. So although it is different than Ethereum, it can still integrate a lot of stuff. If there's been a developer on Ethereum and they're trying to port over or do different applications, you can use those sort of things on Avalanche. It also has 3 different chains. So you can segment and change and filter, not filter, what I'm saying. You have 3 different chains that run on Avalanche that allow basically the segmenting of different types of traffic on chain. So that way, if you have a lot of NFTs, or if you have a lot of smart contract, or whatever it is, and also you have the trading, and then also you have development. So one thing doesn't create a bottleneck in slowing down transactions, and it's infinitely scalable. All you have to do is open up a new node, and it's another 4,500 transactions per second immediately. Really great project, I think. And I do think that they're going to be pushing on into the future. But Avalanche shines with a 17% gain amid JP Morgan collaboration. What does this mean? Avalanche announces collaboration with JP Morgan and Apollo under Project Guardian to connect with a permissioned Avalanche Evergreen subnet for fund management. JP Morgan. I'm going to say it again. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, who has been fudding Bitcoin and the crypto ecosystem for the last basically life of crypto, is now, not only have they launched a JP Morgan coin that they are transacting an immense amount of volume each day, but now they're also integrating into other parts of the crypto ecosystem, utilizing other protocols, in this case, Avalanche, to help keep them relevant, because there's not a traditional finance, business out there that is going to be here in 10 years that doesn't realize that blockchain is a better, I mean, it's not even just a better option. It's just, it completely eclipses the ability of the traditional finance system. So there's not a business out there in the traditional finance world that will be here in the next 10 years that is not integrating with the blockchain ecosystem, figuring out ways to integrate it with their services, with all the different things that they're doing. Because this is better. And if you don't integrate, then you're going to be left behind. So we're going to start seeing a domino effect of a lot more different businesses within the industry. In fact, because JP Morgan is one of the largest banks in the world, when you see things like this, it's not just JP Morgan getting involved. It's putting on notice every bank out there, every traditional finance service provider, or manipulator, if you want to call it that. It's putting them on notice that this, you know, we've done the research. This is what needs to happen. So you start seeing this cascading domino effect of other businesses in the space. Connor Deegan, what's up? How you doing? Pump those likes for DeSantis wearing pumps. I don't know what that means, but let's get it back here into the screen. The initiative demonstrates how blockchain can automate portfolio management and include tokenization and smart contracts for more efficient asset management. This is what blockchain is all about. More transparent, more efficient. Faster, safer, smarter. This is being telegraphed to every traditional finance business in the world right now. We are going to see an absolute cascade of the integration of businesses within blockchain. And if the promise of what blockchain and Bitcoin and layer 1 smart contract platforms, if that's not already incredible enough, and already going to drive with the speculative value of what you can do with your investments in these different infrastructure plays and different alternative traditional finance, right? DeFi. If that's not already going to onboard a lot of people, when you see businesses integrating, it's only going to drive the intrinsic value of these things up and onboard more capital into the space. So if you're not bullish on that, I don't know, throw your bull emojis in the chat right now. I want to see it. Now, another thing I want to talk about right here is there's some other things that we need to talk about, which are unlocks. If you guys don't know what unlocks are, then you haven't been doing your diligence. And it also means that you have not checked out bitlabacademy.com and gone through our courses, understanding what the hell Bitcoin is, what blockchain is, psychology, trading fundamentals, on-chain data analysis, candles, candle patterns, indicators. You need to do your diligence, either with us or with anybody else. It doesn't matter. I just want you to be prepared for this market. And because a lot of people will jump into a project blindly, not even understanding what tokens are, what market cap is, what the total supply, circulating supply, fully diluted supply. Sounds like technical jargon, and I know it does. I know how it was when I first jumped into trading before even crypto. It sounded like people were speaking Sanskrit or something to me when they were bringing up all these different finance, economy, and trading terms. Terminology you need to understand to break down the analysis of these assets that you're trying to invest in. Now, this is just examples right here. 1inch, ApeCoin, DYDX, and Avalanche. This is talking about unlocks. What are unlocks? Unlocks are essentially when you have tokens that are locked up for whether it's venture capital or the initial funding people or initial founders. There's tokens that are basically that have been distributed to those people, but they're locked up and they can't be basically unlocked or fully distributed so that they can be put on the market and potentially sold. It doesn't mean they have to be sold, but they're locked up for a period of time. It's called vesting schedule. And this, if you go to some places like this, like token.unlocks.app, token.unlocks.app, I'll drop that in the, I'm going to drop this in the comments just so you can see unlock schedules. Go there, check it out. And this is showing you over time. This is January 2021. We're right here, January. This is January 2023. And this was January 2023 here. And you can see we've had some unlocks. This is what this is. Coins, new available coins coming on the market that if somebody's been holding this from when they initially were vested way back here, the value has gone up exponentially. Even if we've been in a bear market, there's been a drawdown, typically the value of these tokens has gone up dramatically in this period of time. And there's at least some speculative nature that there could be some new coins not only coming on the market, but coming on the market to be sold. So just pay attention to this when you see a bull formation in the candle patterns, but you start seeing it getting weaker, and then you also see an unlock is coming. It doesn't mean the price is absolutely going to go down. It's just something you should be aware of. In this case, we're looking at 1 inch. We can also see right here, this is, we can look at any of these, but I already have them pulled up. AVAX. This is the unlock schedule of AVAX. You can also see what type of balance is here with the foundation, with the community, with private sales, with airdrops, with public sales. And you can see when these things get unlocked. And this also shows you the inflation of new supply coming onto the availability to be traded. Kind of dilutes a little bit. So the hope is you have very strong bullish momentum coming into some of these unlocks. Can you show ARB on token unlock? Yeah, I can show ARB. We'll just come over here. I just want to show you real quick. ApeCoin, scrolling down here, we can see the unlocks here. Now we've had some of our bigger ones previously, but this is going to stair step up over time. We also see DYDX, scroll down here. Oops. Now look at this, DYDX. Looks like there's quite a few tokens coming on the market very soon. What date is this? December 3rd. We're getting a lot of unlocks here. I mean, look at this. This is under 200 million. This is way down here. We get all the way up to about 200 million. Then look at this. Boom. On December 3rd, this pumps up to 400 million. So almost 200 million coins are getting unlocked. Then we see this scaling up over time. Hopefully the market is very strong by then, but this is going to cause some lack. I won't even call it downward pressure. It's going to cause some lack of bullish pressure or a reduction in the demand effect because there's going to be a lot of new available supply. So we come over here, you say you want to look at Arbitrum. So let's come up here. Let's type ARB. Arbitrum. Now looking here at Arbitrum. Woo-wee. Now what, this is Arbitrum Treasury, Dow Treasury. And then right over here, March 18th, pretty big unlock here. This is, I mean, It's a pretty large unlock there. And then it just stair steps up over time. These are things you want to pay attention to when you're thinking about different coins that you're going to be doing investments in. So let's head back over to the charts. We got to look at some stuff. We got to look at AVAX. We got to look at Kaspa. We got to look at Cardano. Look at AVAX ripping after yesterday's announcement. But it also, was it just ripping from yesterday's announcement? It was already in this bullish posture, ripped up, rise, retrace, continuation. This is what we're seeing. This is one of the most bullish things you can see when you see this in a market. Rise, retrace, continuation. That's what we want to see. Now, we're coming into some known zones. What zones are they? Let's get back out to the daily chart. Shout out anybody in the chat right now. If you have AVAX, let me know if you have AVAX. What price did you buy it at? Some of you might have bought much higher, and that's okay. You know why? Because if you bought much higher and you held all the way through here, the question is, did you add any at the bottom to lower your average entry? If you believed in AVAX when it was $110, if you believed in it, truly did, and the price dropped down to $5, $6, $9, and you didn't add any, what you doing? So look at this on the daily chart. Okay. This is an area we're watching right here, this order block, and this is exactly what we're right in the middle of right now. Now, interestingly, the 2.618 right up in here, this 2.618 is right in line with these lines that are coming across. Now, this is a 2 point. Actually, I think I drew I drew that line yesterday on the 2.618. My apologies. Let's go ahead and delete this line. We're gonna want to see, you bastard. Okay, there we go. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna delete this, and we're gonna just look at this. And I just want to come here from this portion right here, Option F from the top. Let's go all the way to the bottom. And by the way, everybody, I'm on the new season of Trading Wars. Got Frankie Candles, Crypto Crow, AJ Wrights Crypto, Army Piper, Honesty, I think his name was. There's quite a few people on there. Jason Casper, Evan Aldo, and I'll be on there this afternoon. I'll be on there every Thursday. Next Thursday, obviously, is Thanksgiving, but maybe we can pick some of the coins together that I'll be trading, because I can only trade 1 hour, 1 day a week on there to count towards the competition. So we got to identify what we're going to be trading on there. And by the way, I got to come back over here real quick. We do have a new incredible partner with great exchange, FAIRDESK. No VPN, no KYC required. Okay, they have quite a few different coins you could trade: spot, futures, leverage, and I am going to be taking $5,000 and trading it. And I'm going to be doing an afternoon, evening trading show here on BitLab Academy throughout the week. And I'm going to be taking that $5,000 portfolio and basically trading it up to $50,000 and beyond. So if you want to join that with me, the link is down below in the description. Alexander G, if you could look down there and join that. There are sign-up bonuses. There's different bonuses based on how much you deposit, but sign up with us there on the Discover Crypto link. There we go. Sign up as a part of there we go. Awesome. So definitely check that out. Now, I am going to be trading on the Trading Wars thing this afternoon. That's going to be through a different thing, because it's with Crypto Keeper and the Debate Crypto guys. But we will be starting that trading stream next week, and the members, the BitLab members, are going to have special access to some of those. I'm going to do some of them on the broad stream for everybody, but I'm going to keep some of them just for the BitLab members here on the channel. So make sure you join the membership here, and we're going to be trading that $5,000 up to $50,000 and beyond, because now's the time to get involved with the trading, baby. Okay, coming back over to the screen. Avalanche, look at this beautiful pull down. And what do we see? This was telegraphing to us for a long time, because this is what? A rounding bottom. Not only do we have a rounding bottom, look at this perfect W formation right here, double bottom right here. Okay. Now this did break up. It broke past this level right here. Not only did it break past the neckline right here of this W, but we also broke past this breakdown point, and we tried to come down. We tried to come down and test it, and we held and continued to the upside. Now, does this mean it's just going up and away? It will have a pullback at some point. We want the rise, retrace, continuation. Big Hands Dan, how you doing, Big Hands Dan? I see you. C3G. We got 117 people in the room. Let's continue on. We're going to do some AVAX. We're going to do some Kaspa. I want to look at Render too. By the way, shout out to everybody that's in the BitLab Discord, the premium Discord. John Dalton, if you're not following him in the Discord, he's an absolute pro trader. He shares so many charts, and this is basically a victory lap here. He shared this yesterday in the BitLab Premium Discord, and he called out this trade right here. Did this not hit? Look at this. That is a massive, massive trade that he signaled for everybody right there. There's a lot of different charts in here in the BitLab Premium Discord with all kind of different setups. And get in there if you haven't yet. Now, coming back over here, AVAX. Pushing up, rise, retrace, continuation. Is there signs of weakness? Well, we do have the momentum wave starting to clip over a little bit, but the RSI is heading up. The stochastics have held fairly high here, and this is still looking bullish with some neutrality here. So let's get some better resolution. We're on the daily chart. Let's see what the inner workings of the candle of the day are. Let's go down to the 2-hour chart. Okay, we're coming into a hesitation point right now. Why do I say this? Because we see a large expansion right here, fallback, smaller expansion right here, a little bit of a pullback, and currently it's a little bit of a smaller pullback back here. Now look at all of these areas. If you were trading this to the upside, areas to either take some profits off the table or identify that maybe another opportunity for a rise, retrace, continuation. If we're seeing this, this may be that it may be either resetting to break down or continue up. In this case, what we see, you can create your little trend line right there. You got your little trend line right there. You got your little trend line right there. In this case, this broke back down. We also had the M formation, but we're getting these ideas, if we're taking longs, where to take some profits off the table and then load up on the breakout again to the upside. Again, it's happened here. We're getting these volume candles, stopping volume, and this is starting to look a little bit weak. We got the news. The market moved. In fact, this is 15. Okay, so let's look right here. It's a 43% move. Woo! On this news right here, it's 20% move. We're getting some pretty concerted moves to the upside on Avalanche. So we just want to pay attention that we're not just trying to jump in now, and it doesn't mean it won't go higher, but we don't want to jump in all of a sudden now, mid-move, as this is just pushing like this. We want to look for this opportunity right here. Now, looking here on I got too many lines here. Let's go ahead and delete that. There we go. Price action loses this trend signal line right here on the BitLab trading stack. We lose this, then I'm looking at likely coming down into this weekly VWAP. Somewhere in this region, 1925 up to 1984, somewhere in this region. This looks like a really good region for price action to come back into if we break down, if we lose this. Now, if this pushes higher, where can we go from here? Let's go out to the daily, see where we're at right now. Okay. Well, the 786 is up here. This is the next logical target, that 25 mark. 25 mark. This is also kind of in line with some of these previous highs. So that's what I'd be looking at. We have the two different levels marked out. Now, what is Kaspa doing? Kaspa is making some moves. And you know what? I'm going to show you how you can figure out on a coin like this. Does anybody hold Kaspa? On a coin like this, where you have no previous price history, meaning it's a new coin and it's just pushing higher. This has a lot of buzz around it. It's got a lot of hype around it, but it's also showing some really strong movement. I mean, it still has all green here on the 8 hours. See this? Got two little neutral markings here, but mostly green here. And this is just pushing higher. So how do we even project where price can go? Well, we can see this move right here. What I would do is take a Option F. If you're on PC, it's Alt F. Come down. You can also come over here, 1, 2, third tool down to the fib retracement. And you click on the top of this range. Click once you've opened this tool, and then click and basically move this line to the bottom of this range, and you can stretch this out like this. Now, what we can do here is when you have this fib open, double click on the fib. Come on. There we go. Double click on the fib. These are the areas I recommend: the 0, 382, 618, 65, and the 1. Now, if you want, that's going to be within the move. If you want to see projections beyond the fib extensions is what we call it, then these don't have to be necessarily in order because they're going to order themselves on here. So 0, the 0.382, 0.618, 0.65, this is a golden pocket right here. And then the 1, now if you want the extensions, you can do the 1.618, 2.618, 3.618, etc. And you can get nitty gritty and do all the same things with the 1 in front of them and the 2, but it just is too many lines. So what we can see here on this fib extension, look at this. Price pushes up to the 1.382, comes down, finds support, pushes up. I'm going to delete a lot of these lines. This is from before. So look at this, pushes up. We got so much good data here because look, with the 1.382 and this rising level of support, we almost have an ascending triangle. It breaks out of this, shoots to the upside. Where does it have a little bit of a pause? Look at this, 2.618. Okay, we come back, find some support on the order block that was right here, created a new order block, meaning there's a lot of buying liquidity interest there, and price is just shooting up. It's shot right through the 3.618, and it's coming up to try to test that 4.618. The 618, the 61.8% is basically that golden ratio, that golden number in nature. So much so that that number is what outlines how trees organize themselves in the forest. It's how nautilus shells make perfectly symmetrical chambers as they grow. It's how flowers make perfectly symmetrical patterns. And the 0.618 is the golden ratio. This is one of those things that just somehow, like magic, plays out in charts. So I'm looking at that 15.6, 15.5 cents. I mean, just a few short months ago, we're at less than 1 cent. So what is this? Boom. And shout out to Nick Diamandi, who's been calling this for over a year. Look at that, 3,536% gain. So this is shooting up. I'd be watching for potentially, especially if the market turns around at all, some sort of retrace at some point like we see here, So Kaspa rocking socks right now. Anybody holding Kaspa? Jason Rohde, what's up? How you doing? Now we got 116 people in the room, 78 likes. Everybody hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. Let's continue on. We got to look at ADA. Oh, I hit the wrong button again, made my screen disappear. There we go. Looking at ADA. ADA, this is on the 1-day chart. Look at this sort of kind of a double bottom here, kind of a triple bottom here. But even right here, we have the W formation. Look at that. This call to push up, this call to break down, this pushed up. A little bit of hesitation here. Boom. I mean, the BitLab intelligence is calling it. Now pushing up, finding support on this dynamic support zone. Okay. We lost the weekly VWAP, came right back above it. I had to guess that we're looking a little weak on this current candle. Let's get a little bit smaller time frame. And we did see the momentum starting to come back, but the stochastics look like they're ready to start heading back up. What does it look like on the 4-hour? Okay, they did. Look at this. Came all the way down, reset, pushed up. It did break back above this trend signal line, got rejected at this order block, came down and found support here. So if we can hold above this trend signal line, then there's a strong likelihood we're going to be pushing up into this 42-cent range. And that's going to be kind of knocking on the gateway, knocking on the door, the gateway to truly start showing some bullish initiatives. Because as it stands right now, look at this. We're still kind of within this range here. This sort of range, this is going to be a very ugly range, but you see this boom, boom, boom. We're going to watch this 42, 43 cent area for what's going to happen and what the market's doing at the time. But we're coming up into that area. And once we take that out, you notice that we've broken out of this consolidation range, this accumulation range at this bottom that's come out of this long bear market. So we're still doing the work here. Remember what happened to Chainlink. Chainlink traded sideways like this for 2 years. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen with Cardano, but you have to be aware of the possibilities. So do you feel like you missed this move from here to here? Well, remember, this is akin to where we're at right here. And look at what happened, boom, afterwards. You can be a little patient. Watch this gateway. The true gateway is right about right here. Option J. These lows right here. This rejection right here. This rejection right here. What is that? 45 cents. That is a gateway to really start making some bullish moves to the upside. So be aware of that. There's something else I wanted to show you. Let's, I want to look at, now I'm actually gonna do that on the Discover Crypto show. Render, I wanted to look at Render. Let's kind of come over here. Render, how many of you out there hold Render? Render has been absolutely ripping socks. I mean, look at this, even right now. Look at this bull flag to the max right here. Okay. So what is the measurement on that? So we take the measurement, the flagpole, boom, like that. I'm going to be a little conservative on this. I'm going to do it from the bottom side. And we can see, look at this. This came right up to that target. Now, if you want to be very exuberant, do the breakout from the top, then that's projecting up here to 376. But again, I like to be a little more conservative, even if you want to do it right here from the middle. Just allows you not to take the targets that every bullish hopium person out there takes, and you get front run by the smarter traders. It pays to be a little bit more conservative, even if it's only by a few percent. Now, does this show signs of slowing down? Well, not currently. We have the stochastics came down, all the leaning back up, but the RSI is starting to look a little weak. It's starting to move over. And look how much higher this is. RSI is quite a bit lower here, but we are still seeing some bullish signs here. So we need to let this sort of play out. Let's see this on the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Yeah, this is looking right into the order block zone. This red box automatically populated here for the BitLab volume. By the way, these indicators, the BitLab volume showing these order blocks and the volume profile, and the BitLab trend fuel here on the bottom with the stochastics, the RSI, the momentum, the money flow, and you get all this basically quick look dashboard here. What's bullish, what's bearish. When you're seeing all red, it's a little scary. When you're seeing all green, that means full bull. And then of course we have the BitLab intelligence here. Oops. The BitLab intelligence here, which has these moving averages as well as the dynamic support and resistance zones and the bullish and bearish signals like we see here, and the buying volume candles, teal, stopping volume, yellow. Also, we see it on the downside, purple selling candles. See if I can find one. Purple selling candle, a lot of selling pressure, but then we get stopping volume and it reverses. And you have all these numbers that are showing you bullish and bearish divergences. In this case, we had a couple bullish divergences. My computer goes so slow when I'm streaming. It's frustrating. Here we go. Four bearish divergences here. If you put your mouse over there and wait a year, I'm just joking. Come on, TradingView, make your service faster. But we had a lot of bearish divergences. We got a little bit of a drop, but then found support. A lot of stuff here in the BitLab trading stack. If you'd like to get your hands on it, head over to bitlabacademy.com, click on this indicators area, and you can get it there. You can still use, we actually have a really big discount code that's going to be coming out for everything this weekend for the holiday season. So if you want to get your hands on that, scroll down on bitlabacademy.com, put in your email right here, and we'll be sending that out to everybody on how you can get your hands on that great discount. And if you want the BitLab Pro, that gives you indicators, the premium Discord, and the courses. If you want just all the courses in the premium Discord, BitLab All Access. So I think that's all I got for you today, everybody. Big love to you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and head over to BitLab Academy, to Discover Crypto. I will be doing some TA over there as well. Big love to each and every one of you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and ding the bell on your way out. Join us here in the family. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Adios. Adios, muchachos. Thank you for coming. Thank you for always tuning in. BitLabAcademy.com. Hit that like button, sucker.